Hi everybody and welcome back. So this video is actually part 2 to my weaning process. I have a little weaning story. If you're interested, I do have a video out. Feel free to click the link below, I'll add it down there. And basically it's how I night weaned Esme from breastfeeding, because we are not only an extended breastfeeding family, but we're also a co-sleeping, family bed sharing, whatever you want to call it. We sleep in the same bed family. That has its own set of unique variables on how to actually wean a toddler from that process. This video is basically how we fully weaned. I can't believe it. We're done. There's a part of me that feels a little bit sad, but you know what? It's the end of an era and it gives me a little bit of a breather. The next 5 months of no breastfeeding. These get to be all for me. I'm pregnant right now. I'm about 19-20 weeks pregnant when I'm filming this video. And so at the end of February, I will be breastfeeding again. But this is how I weaned my daughter Esme, who is 22 months old. As I mentioned in the nighttime weaning video, we had been nursing only twice in the day. However, where it really got crazy is that we were nursing at what felt like all night long. It was like a swim up bar, drinks are open on the house, like, whew, mama was tired. So after I crossed that hurdle of basically weaning her from the nighttime breastfeeding, I just took a little bit of a break and I said, I'm not going to push it. I'm not going to push my daughter. I've taken a gentle approach to parenting. Call it attachment parenting, call it what you want. But basically I said, okay, we weaned her completely at night. Let's just take a little bit of a break. Let's get used to this new process. And then at the end of September, I'm going to be done with breastfeeding completely. So it was like August, we night weaned, we took a break in September, and now in October, we're done. She didn't completely erase the breastfeeding at night habit. It has somewhat been replaced with a hand down the shirt, hold mommy's breast to help you fall asleep. It's interesting. It's also what I hear very common amongst breastfed toddlers. What would happen is that she would wake up in the night, fuss a bit, ask for yum yum, which is what we call breast milk. And when I wouldn't offer it, I would say, let's cuddle, and she would stick a hand down the shirt, fondle my breast basically, and then fall back to sleep. And it worked, and honestly, I mean, it's not something that I'm really comfortable with, but it works, and I choose my battles. So that's that. Over the course of September, I started to feel a lot more sensitivity in my breasts because I am pregnant. Obviously, my body is going through hormonal changes and my milk supply is diminishing. It started to become very uncomfortable, specifically to nurse on my left side. And I honestly, I couldn't breathe when she would latch. Like, it was so painful. And so it just started to happen where I would actually nurse her less and less time-wise, I guess. Like if you were watching a clock, it just became less and less and less. And then she would actually nurse just a little bit just for some comfort, unlatch herself, and then sort of, fidget a little bit, toss and turn. I would tickle her tummy or tickle her legs, and then she'd fall asleep. So it actually started to be where the nursing actually wasn't putting her to bed anymore. So it was like, yes, I finally taught my child how to fall asleep on her own. It was not an easy journey, as you can see in that previous video, but we did it and we made it through, and she's getting more rest and I'm getting more rest. So by the end of September, I thought, you know what? This is actually not going to be that difficult. So basically, on that last day, I nursed her just our usual nighttime winding down routine, where it got to a point I nursed her for about maybe 2 minutes on one side, didn't even offer the other side, and I thought, we're done. And so we had a little cuddle and we went to sleep. I knew that this first week would probably be somewhat challenging and have its own unique moments. But actually it's been okay. The first night I put her down for her nap, I just basically said, I'm not leaving the house. I'm going to follow her cues. I know that she gets really sleepy between 12:30 and 1, and I'm just going to be here. And then when she's ready to sleep, we're just going to lay down, and hopefully it works. And it did. I start by basically we winding down, we close the curtains, everything's quiet. Of course, we still sleep in the same bed, so I lay her down in the bed, and she's generally crying because she wants to nurse, she wants that comfort, but it's not being offered. So I distract her by asking her what song she'd like mommy to sing. Do you want me to sing Mary Had a Little Lamb or Row, Row Your Boat? And then she picks one and she starts to calm down. And then I ask her, do you want me to tickle your tummy or tickle your legs? And then she picks one. And by the time I'm tickling her tummy and she's kind of still crying a bit, or tickling her legs, and I'm singing a song, again, a very like monotonous, repetitive song, her eyes start getting very heavy and she's got the hand down my shirt. It's just what it is. And she basically falls asleep. and it's like a little miracle. And the whole process takes about 15 minutes. And I can't quite believe that it's actually gotten to this place that we're able to like be done with it. But that's it. And it's a little easier at night because it's really dark and she knows nighttime darkness means sleepy time. So it's a little bit easier. When she wakes in the night, I always have a bottle of water handy. And when she's really upset, and she'll sometimes even say water, and I'll just give her a sip of water, she comes in for a snuggle, pops the hand down the shirt, and falls back asleep. So that's it. I mean, I don't know that this is going to be the exact same story for you and your breastfeeding situation, but this is what's happened with us. I mean, something you could do to replace the habit is you could introduce a lovey, a stuffed toy, a cuddly thing, a blankie, distract them with something else. And so in my case, I basically get fondled. That's just the way it works. It's not very comfortable. She just kind of rests her hand there. But I know that this won't be a permanent thing. Like, we do have plans to move her into her own room and her own bed before the new baby comes, because I want her to get restful sleep, and I don't see that happening with a newbie in my room. If you feel like I haven't answered something specific, then please feel free to leave a comment below and I will do my best to get back to you. Or you can email me. I have an email address listed there, or Facebook me, or whatever you want to do, Twitter, Instagram, and I will be sure to get back to you. So that's it. That's our journey. We're done. It's the end of an era. It's crazy how quickly they grow. I'm really proud of myself that we got to 22 months. I think it's just shy of 22 months, but I'm saying it's 22. I think it's amazing that we're able to get this far. I feel like it doesn't work for everybody to do this extended breastfeeding. I'm fortunate in the sense that I am a stay-at-home mom, so I haven't had to, deal with the issues of breastfeeding and going back to work and pumping and all of that stuff. But it's been an interesting journey. It has not always been easy. I have had my moments where I wanted to abandon my family and just, I'm done, but I'm really happy that I stuck through it. And then I'm really happy I was able to stick to my approach that my husband and I decided to gently parent our daughter. And it wasn't easy, and it definitely is not the easiest way to do things, but it's how we decided to do it. And so I'm not going to complain about it, but rather just share with you my story and to let you know that there is a happy ending and that we were able to successfully wean our daughter gently, and she barely notices it. So who freaking knew? Please subscribe to catch all of my videos, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye guys!